Could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
So welcome to my first ever, this is day one of the FTMO Free Trial. Okay, so this is day one, and I'm currently took my first trade ever for the challenge. So this is a buy for UC. So now I am currently in a buy position. So I'm just gonna scale back to show you how I got into this trade. So I started off, I start off rather with the weekly time frame, right? So on the weekly time frame, that's where you see everything. So you mark down the monthly support zones, right? So so you mark off the major zones. So it's 0.9, and then 0.85, and then 0.8. So just like that. And now once you've marked down the monthly support, you hit with the weekly midpoint. So that's half of all of these, right? So you hit them with the half, right? So cool. So after you've done that, what I do is I now look at the chart itself, right? I don't focus too way back down there, so hence why I like to just zoom in a little, just to focus on what's currently in my zones, right? So currently in the zone, we are dealing with these three zones, right? This one, the monthly support of 0.85, the weekly midpoint of 0.75. You guys can see the things here, and then the other monthly support of 0.9. So that is the area which I'm currently looking at, right? So as you can guys see now, what's happening is that the market is currently on an uptrend, right? And this is the last higher high, and it just created the latest higher low, right? So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? So, and I'm looking for it to hit up to here, which is the next monthly support of 0.9. Okay, so I then can see, okay, price is currently on an uptrend, and I do see that it bounced off the weekly midpoint, and I do see that my moving averages has crossed the blue, has crossed over the red, meaning that the price is now on the uptrend, right? That's my first confirmation. So my first confirmation is the uptrend. So okay, I'm following the trend. And then my second one is the hit or the bounce of the weekly midpoint. And then my third one is the crossing of the moving averages. Cool. So now I head to the daily just to get a better understanding of that. So on the daily, I get to draw the trend line. So bounce A, bounce B, bounce C, or what, bounce 1, bounce 2, bounce 3 rather. So to make a valid trend line, you at least have to have 3 bounces. So these are the 3 bounces that I got. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3 to make it valid, right? So let me just remove all of this. This is all in the past. Okay, cool. So that's 1, 2, and 3, right? So now I know, okay, those are my confirmation to see that it is indeed a valid uptrend, right? And a valid trend line, rather. So now I was like, okay, cool. I'm following the trend and see that the last bounce of the trend line is here. I do see again, like on the weekly, it bounced off the weekly midpoint, right? Okay, cool. And you can see here that this is indeed a strong point because it was challenged here, challenged here, challenged here. So it is really a strong position or strong point rather. Okay, now once I've done that, I move on to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame is where I see the entry or see if it is indeed valid. So when I move on to the weekly, to the 4-hour time frame rather, this is where I get a closer look at it, right? To see that when I take on the weekly, I do see that this was a consolidating area, right? So let me just draw it so you guys can be able to see this. So from here down to the last one right here, right? Sorry for that. So you can see up to the last point here. So I usually choose the one gray with the center. So there's the consolidating area, right? So price was playing within this area. So bounce here, got a break here, broke, came down here, broke. See, so this is the consolidating area. So price went down, retested the weekly midpoint, and now it's heading back up, right, to this consolidating area, right? So what price might do is it might, like all of these, might come up, right? Just retest this gray middle line, and then bounce off of this upper structure here, and then head up again, right? But I just wanted to show you guys this, but I can now see it with my naked eye. I don't need to draw that and make the chart even more confusing, right? I like to keep it as clean as possible. So I saw that price was struggling to break this area right here. There's resistance right here. So as soon as I saw, okay, there might be a chance for it to break, I'm like, okay, might as well just buy right here. Okay, so there might be a chance that it might hit here and try to retrace back and keep going up. So I'm like, okay, right here, I might get in with the monthly support being my take profit, right? And what I like to do is I like to give my trade breathing room, right? So I gave it enough room for it. Should it like try to retrace here and whatnot or whatnot, it still has enough time or enough space for it to breathe. I don't look for it to just go my way instantly. So that's why I took this trade right here. So yeah, we'll see throughout the day what the trade does. But for now, that's it. That's the first thingy. So the risk reward ratio, I don't trade anything that's less than 3 of the risk reward ratio, right? So it has to be minimum of 3, 1 to 3. So I don't trade 1 to 2 or 1 to 1, no. So I trade at least 1 to 3 minimum. So see, this one is a 1 to 4, which is good, and I can bear with that. So please just give the trade some time, see how it runs. So right now it's 5 minutes past 8. So we'll just come back to it around 3 just to see what's gonna happen, because then the New York session opens at 3. So we'll see around that time to see what happens then. But for now, that's it. Let's see what it does, and then yeah, see you guys then.
A few moments later.
Guys, this is a follow up on the trade that we placed in the morning. It's currently 9 minutes past 4. So yeah, so now you can see that the trade did retest this. They did bounce off this resistance that we set, and it's currently on an uptrend or in our direction. So yeah, so we're looking at that right now. So far so good. So yeah, so far so good. We're actually doing really good. So yeah, we're gonna keep checking up on it. So, but I'm not one person who keeps checking up on the trade like every 2 hours or every hour. Now I'm just gonna let it run, let it do its thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it run. So for now, we're good. Pretty sure I'm gonna check up on it. Let's see what time. So I usually sleep around 10. So around 9:30, I'll check up on the trade to see how far it's going, because I am a swinger. I am a swing trader. So I am one person who leaves trades open for almost a week sometimes, or more than a week sometimes. So relaxed, calm. This is only the start of a very long trade, I guess, if it goes our direction, hopefully. Hopefully. So yeah, so right now we're just gonna let it run. I don't think this is gonna last for a week, right? But yeah, we pushed though. We pushed. So we're just trading zone to zone, zone to zone, zone to zone. That's where we can make sure with the kicking we know that this is where we're aiming at all the time. So yeah, we're just gonna let it run, and we'll keep checking up on you guys later. So
A few hours later.
all right, guys. So, welcome back. It is 4 minutes past 9 right now. So, the trade is still going up. So like I said, I'm not expecting it to just shoot up. I'm expecting rather a retracement, right? So, you guys remember the last time I did draw like a box here, And yeah, so according to the box, this right here, it's supposed to hit, come down here, and maybe shoot up. So yeah, so don't be too excited about all of that. So yeah, right now we're just waiting for that. Pretty sure it's gonna retrace, retrace down here, and then shoot back up. So yeah, man, that was day one of the My Forex Fund free trial. Don't want to say challenge yet. Pretty sure I'm gonna take the challenge later. As soon as we complete the trial and we're successful, then we'll be able to think about taking the trial, the challenge. So yeah, for now, um, happiness all around. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, we'll move on to day two tomorrow. So
Could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.